My name is Misty Rivoli, and this is our house.
I'm Ray Rivoli. Been a home builder here in Portland for 14 years. Our goal for this house was to build a LEED project because we were concerned with energy efficiency. We got attached to Alan Mascord Design as the chief residential architect for Mascord Design is Eric Schnell, and he's been a friend of ours for years. So serendipitously, we actually bought a piece of property next to their personal project.
The property that the Rivoli house is on is next door to my own house. That just happened to be a nice coincidence. The largest contribution that I can give to the project as an architect of it. Natural daylighting is such a huge key because you're not utilizing resources for artificial lighting.
There was a small 550 or 600 square foot condemned house, and instead of typical processes just to get an excavator and level it and get rid of it, it cost us probably a little bit more in labor to completely deconstruct the house by hand. But a lot of the materials that we took apart out of that house went to the framing of this house. All the sheeting and the 2x4s went to make forms for the foundation. It actually had fir flooring when we cleaned it up, and that became all the base and all the trim for the house. And the rest of the house went to a project not far from here, build a nice garden shed for somebody. Some of the waste did go to landfill. Some of it was so nasty, it had to be gotten rid of. But of course, all the metal and everything was recycled. So it took us about 4 people, about 4 days to dismantle the house. And our cost was just the extra labor to do it. But then we had some savings. Like I said, we have beautiful base trim and a lot of the nailers and framing material.
This project came into the office on the early stages of when we're just completing the efficient living project here. And what the efficient living project was put in place for was to help homeowners step by step through the process if they were to get LEED certified or just building green, wanting to do a sustainable home by having a good, better, best scenario.
LEED is a measurement on how a house is built and how it will perform. There are 8 different categories to earn points. Some of the ones that we focused on: energy efficiency, water use, and a sustainable site. Materials, as far as using green materials, and also air quality is a big concern with LEED. Basically building a house that's not only energy efficient, but is healthy to live in. Location is important too. Part of what LEED is trying to do is reduce carbon footprint. So if you build where there's a lot of mass transit, where you can reduce the amount of miles you're driving, you can get points for that. Here we're 2 blocks from the light rail system.
Starting in the master bathroom, we have a countertop made of ice stone, and ice stone is like 70% recycled content. One of the benefits is it's recycled content. The downfall is it's made in New York, so it was shipped all the way over here. So but I wanted to use it just to experiment with it to see if I liked it. You know, something can I recommend that to a client or not recommend it to a client? So if I'm using it in my bathroom every day and I like it, I find it's durable, then then I can say it's a great thing. Another interesting thing about ice stone is it has a cradle-to-cradle certification. Cradle-to-cradle means basically you make it, and by the time it ends its life, it can go back into the ground or be created into a new product. It never goes into a landfill. So it's a really great certification. So that was kind of appealing to me, that I had a product that was cradle to cradle. In the master bedroom, I have hemp and silk draperies in there, and hemp is the longest fiber, the strongest fiber that's known to man. It's been used since the beginning of time. The drawback there is we don't grow hemp here in the United States, and so it was shipped over. So it's durable, very UV durable, so it's great for window treatments because it's not gonna ever break down or fade. But it's not here, so it's again, it's a trade-off as far as the carbon footprint goes of that product. We'll get points for the local, there's a 500-mile radius is what they consider a local product, and what you can get points for outside of that 500 miles, then you don't.
Part of LEED is not using too much water, or you get credit for not wasting water, which makes sense. This house is really spread out. It's about 74 feet long, And for instance, our master bathroom is about over 50 feet from the hot water heater. For me to turn on a faucet and wait for hot water will probably take 20-25 seconds of just perfectly good water going down the drain. What we did in this, we did a circulation loop. We put a motion sensor in each bathroom and in the kitchen. So as you enter the kitchen, that pump kicks on and starts passing the hot water around. And then when you need the faucet, the hot water's right there. The nice thing about the motion sensor is when you're asleep or not at home, it's not running and you're not losing.
Other water saving features then that we have here at the house are dual flush toilets. So they use less water than your average toilet. Low flow faucets on all the vanities in the bathrooms, and our shower heads are low flow. Then our landscaping, part of our LEED points, we didn't put in a sprinkler system or an irrigation system, and all the plants are Willamette Valley drought tolerant. What falls from the sky is all the water that they'll ever need. And so we won't be wasting water, good potable water, by putting it in the dirt.
Also our appliances, like I said, a lot of LEED points are option-based. They do have requirements. One of the requirements is all your appliances must be Energy Star. So like our dishwasher and our washer, clothes washer, also use very low amount of water.
Our carpeting in all of our bedrooms, upstairs and downstairs, is wool with a natural jute backing. So there's no off-gassing and there's no petroleum used in the making of that product. One of the great products that I love is this carpet in here. It's called Floor. And that company has just done amazing things to be green. Interface is the parent company, but it's carpet tiles, so you can pick it up and arrange it in any way. They have great colorways, and it's very versatile. You can do anything with it. And then the great thing about it, when I'm done with it and I don't want it anymore, I pack it up, I send it back, they recycle it and make new carpet. Oceanside in the kitchen, 80% post-consumer recycled curbside glass recycling is out of that. And it's beautiful.
Going with IKEA probably saved us somewhere around $15,000 over an FSC cabinet made here locally, which would have been nice, but we took the money that was saved and used that to put a thermal solar unit on the roof. So, I mean, it's about choices, and certainly the thermal solar unit didn't cost near that. So we were able to do other things also with the money saved. Photovoltaic is great. We'd love to have one someday, but at this point they're still very expensive. But thermal solar unit, we're expecting a payback of about 5 years. It's been 14 months on this project and I haven't made one trip to the dump. So
most construction sites have a dumpster on site, and it's filled several times over and over, and you see lumber, you see all kinds of things that can be recycled that's just going to go straight to a landfill. And so I love that about LEED, that they kind of make the contractor, the builder, be a little bit more thoughtful in their processes.